Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a little bit about Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency markets. I also going to give you also a glimpse about the stock market, what's going on with the whole situation, the macroeconomics, why we could be going a little bit lower with Bitcoin, why we could be going higher. So listen to this. I'm also going to show you a couple of altcoins which I think they can actually continue to go and perform very well. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to hit the like button for more notification and so on. So let's go straight away into the charts. I can show you with Bitcoin what's going on over here. So yesterday we printed this pattern over here. That's like last week we were talking about the CPI. CPI we had that better than expected talk from the Federal Reserve. And then what happened is we saw Jerome Powell saying that they are open to decrease interest rates, to cut interest rates in due course, maybe in the next few months. So the market reacted very well. Also, Bitcoin was at this level over here. We actually called from the bottom. We made it a nice 12% in our VIP Discord community, which is great. And then we had this crazy ramp up. We broke this level of resistance, and now it looks like it keeps consolidating to the downside, so going down this way. So you can see, from here we had the consolidation going down. Is still Bitcoin was retouching this line here for many times, and then it touched this level of the Fibonacci retracement, had a bump up again, and now just playing a little bit around this area. So the question is, where are we gonna go next? Okay, first of all, it's very important to say that Bitcoin is showing so much resilience at the moment, because it's been already a few weeks and it doesn't really want to go down. And now we retest this area over here. As we said before, we want to see volume coming in like this candle over here. And now of course we are higher than before. So from 63,000 we went up to 65,275, and now it looks like there is a little bit of resistance around this area. So what we have to do now is to be careful and see how high we could go to. So in my opinion, I think that's what's going to be happening right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel all of here so we have a naked chart. Naked charts usually can really help us to understand how what is the point of the situation. So at the moment, that's where we are. So we broke this level over here of resistance. We now went up, then down a little bit. Now we want to see a retest around this area, and if this is gonna play out, guys, this looks, in my opinion, a very nice inverted head and shoulder. So the inverted head and shoulder, the way I see from here, will be this. So will be a shoulder over here, a head over here, a shoulder over here. This is a neckline. Neckline is actually going around this area, and in my opinion, if this is going to play out, of course, it's going to bring us higher to a target of at least, I'm going to go and draw from here, at least around here, so around the $70,000, $71,000, because the way you calculate it from here, it's you go from here to here, neckline, bring it over here, and then it brings us a target of roughly $72,000 ish. And of course, this is our bullish scenario. Then I could expect maybe a bit of a retracement from there, and then a continuation to the upside. But the question is in terms of probability, are we going to have another dump, one more dump to the downside before actually exploding higher, or are we actually going to reverse all of this and then to continue to go higher? Well, in my opinion, what I believe is that very soon we're going to see the halving event, which is going to come and is going to put so much hype in the Bitcoin market, and therefore I wouldn't be surprised if next week is going to be red. We're going to have a red week where we are going to see maybe more downside for Bitcoin, and the reason being is because they want to buy like people like BlackRock and other institutions. Probably they want to buy cheaper, and therefore they are trying to of course accumulate at lower prices. So the only thing I can see from here, guys, it's at the moment we are still hanging out over here on a trend. It's, as you can see, we are trying to pass this 9-day exponential moving average, and that doesn't look like we are passing through. And as long as this is going to be down here, guys, the risk is going to be on the downside. So what I want to see from here will be a clear gain of this EMA 9. So I want to see these candles coming above here. So, hopefully it will happen soon. But otherwise, if we're going to go and lose the level I was talking before, I mean, looks really that Bitcoin is in this channel over here. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to go down around this area, so around this 57,000-ish dollars. So the movement I can expect to will be maybe something like that, and then maybe something like this around here, around the 27, 28 of March, in case we are going to see a breakdown of these structures over here. And then what's going to be happening from there, of course, it's very important to be super objective, guys, because if I tell you that buy a 57,000 is going to go to 150K after, don't worry about anything else, I will be a complete liar. So what we have to do will be to really evaluate the situation and see what happens after. Okay, so always be objective, always have a look at what's happening with us, because what I would like you to show you right now, it's, let's say for example that we see Bitcoin breaking the structure over here, like I was showing you before. Let's say it's going to break this level over here, and then we're going to go lower. So we're going to go, let's say, down here. Okay, so from here we're going to go down around 57,000. Then what you want to see after, of course you can open a long position because it will retrace, but also what you want to see is Bitcoin to actually break here, not to go here and then do this again, because that would be a big problem. Maybe we could go down to 20,000, we don't know, but at least what I would like you to try to get would be the long position from 57,000 to 64,000, for example. And then, of course, we assess what happens over here. If you see a rejection, we get out from our position. If you see a continuation, we can definitely hold our position until Bitcoin can reach, new highs and so on. So that's about it for Bitcoin. But at the moment, guys, to be very objective, I'm expecting at least maybe a pullback around this area over here. And my plan has not changed, guys. I've been accumulating since $64,000, and I have accumulated every $2,000. So if Bitcoin goes to 62,000, 60,000, 58,000, I'm just going to accumulate because I know of this movement over here. So I'm going to DCA, maybe enter at 59,000. Then even if it goes to 64, 65, I'm already making my 20%, which is, fantastic, right? Compared to lots of people who just want to get exactly in the point that they want. They just, if it doesn't go to 57,000, they will never buy. That's the worst way to, to miss out on these opportunities and also to lose lots of money. But at the moment, to be very clear, just have a look at this channel over here. Worst case scenario will be the bottom of the channel. It could also be that, from here, as I said before, we're going to potentially go in and bottom out here at 56, 57,000. But also we have this diagonal level of support over here, which can bring us to that level. We can also have a look at the Fibonacci. Let's have a look from here. So we go, and here we go, the 0.5, 56,200, 0.618, 52,000. So in the worst case scenario, could be expecting maybe a drop around this area, $52,000. But again, it's not going to go down in a straight line. We're going to see a pullback, and therefore that's the way we are going to trade it. But at the moment, so far so good. I'm really expecting that after maybe this week, next week, it will be that we're going to see a continuation to the upside, because the halving, there's so much hype around, and even like a movement like this, for example, like this, and then we're going to see correction from here, and then a final blow off top around this area. And it's funny because if you actually have a look at this until, let's say, the 4th of May, in this kind of area, guys, also remember, if there is anybody that tells you with crypto the exact point it is going to go exact times, don't believe them, because it's impossible to predict exactly the day, the time. That's probably guessing, but I would say if I had to guess in an approximation, I would think that maybe the 10th of May, 9th of May, we could see Bitcoin as up as really $93,000 to $90,000 per coin. But again, if we break the structure over here, be very careful, because we could actually go lower, and then this could be the next level of support, maybe around this area over here, around maybe 46,000, 45,000. But again, at the moment, the structure hasn't been validated, so we can't really talk about this for now. Next one, guys, I want to talk about is FET. FET is still into this beautiful bull flag. We're going to see, from here, if we're going to go down here and potentially touch this $2 level, which we were talking about before. And again, if it goes to to $2, I'm not gonna go 100% all in. Always enter with a third of my desired position. So if I go 300k, I'm gonna enter maybe with 100,000, and then of course accumulate maybe another 100,000 if it goes if it dips even lower. Let's say 1.7, or even if it's going to go down to 1.2, 1.4, so around, let's say, around this area over here. So then what happens is, if we're going to go down, let's say down this way here, and it does that, then even if it goes to this level again, I'm already making lots of money. So that's very important for me. That's something that really helped me to be a successful trader, very profitable trader. But I mean, even Fetch AI, as I said before, I really think that if Bitcoin is going to go to 90k, guys, I mean, that's the most obvious scenario. Will be a bull flag from here, continuation up to $5 per coin. That's what I think is going to be happening. But be very careful, because if you break this level over here, then all of this will be invalidated. So you have to be careful and see what can be happening after. I know that I sound very risk adverse, but that's the way you can really survive in this trading world. Otherwise, if you take too much risk, sometimes what can happen is you can end up losing lots of money. And the next one I want to show you guys, just to predict, with the market, what can happen for, for next week. It will be to have a look also at the major indexes. So guys, this is a chart of the S&P 500, which I designed myself recently. And at the moment, I mean, the S&P doesn't want to stop, guys. I mean, it just keeps going up, which is incredible. Like, I've never seen anything like that. And the question is how high this S&P 500 is going to go. So if you're gonna go like this to this, right, we broke actually this channel around this area, and it looks like it's pretty much into price discovery. And if it can actually change, if you're gonna go look at the Fibonacci from here, the Fibonacci retracement, the 1.68, guys, is $5,670. So if let's say Bitcoin goes to 95k, I mean, there is a really good chance that the S&P 500 can actually go higher from here. But looking at a chart like that, right, I'm gonna go and open another chart here. I don't want to ruin this one, but let me just show you very quickly. So if I'm gonna go and open my another S&P 500, a naked chart, I'm gonna show you, I mean, why I'm a little bit hesitant right now, because I mean, look how extended, right? Almost like in a parabolic blow off top, right? Whenever you see this kind of situation, guys, it's never a good situation. Although we have a cup and handle over here, right? We have a cup, cup, a handle, and if you calculate the target from here to here, and then we bring it from here to here, it brings us to roughly $5,700, or the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement. Of course, you have to be mindful that it's not going to go up in a straight line. That some pullbacks could occur, and then once they occur, crypto can actually fall behind. And therefore, what we're going to see will be a correction in price. But otherwise, I mean, looks still that we're going to continue to the upside. My target, guys, for the S&P 500 is actually a little bit higher than 5,700. I'm going to show you from here. My target would be around here, around 6,000. Okay, so 6,000 for the S&P, maybe by, could be like, June, July, is actually on the cards. And the next one I want to show you guys to just to understand what's happening with stocks and crypto, because usually stocks are leading indicators for crypto, but also it's to have a look at the DXY, the dollar currency index. I mean, looking at the weekly chart, the dollar currency index is at the moment is forming a sort of like an ABCD pattern. So at the moment, I believe that what's happening right now with the DXY is that we might bottom here around maybe October, November 2024 at 95. So whenever you see this DXY actually trending lower, what can happen is this has an inverse correlation with stocks and crypto. So if you see this one trending down, in general, Bitcoin goes up. And it's quite funny because look at what's happening right now. So if you go here and you go like on a 4-hour chart, so from here, look what happened. Like, lately we were bottoming here around Friday, the 8th of March. We started to go up like crazy like this. Look at that. So from here, 8th of March until here, we went up. And look what happened with Bitcoin, which is so interesting. Like it really respects so much and really can help you to understand and lead, where you can go. So the top, here was around the 30. Here we go, like double 11th of March. So 11th of March, DXY started to go down, and DXY started to go up. Sorry, and then Bitcoin started to go down this way. So which is quite remarkable. So at the moment, guys, S&P overextended. I could be expecting a correction, but maybe depending on what's sort of be happening with the markets, it might go even higher for the next month or so. DXY is trending now a little bit higher, but overall market scenario on the weekly chart is still going lower, of course. Bitcoin, I really can expect maybe next week until the end of March a little bit of a bearish continuation, but in my opinion we're gonna bottom out soon. So I'm gonna already expose myself into buying some coins, like again, every 2,000, 63,000, 61,000, 60,000, I'll buy some, and I'll probably ride all the way down to maybe 57 to 56,000 dollars. But for the next month, definitely 80, 90k is on the cards, which is gonna make us very, very happy, and that could be incredibly good for altcoins. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Next video is gonna be about some more about alts. I'm gonna show you, a few alts that can actually explode. But before we finish, I also want to show you Gala Games, some of our calls, that we took recently with our premium Discord. We were just talking about here a few months ago, last week, of these Gala Games where we saw we were going from here to here, and guess what happens is we perfectly called this one. So extremely happy with our members. Well done to all of you. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for another update about the cryptocurrency market. See you later, and have a great night.